Learning English can be fun and easy, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. I believe that the best way to learn is by enjoying the process. That's why on this channel, we will learn English through stories, simple lessons, and fun challenges. Why stories? Well, stories make learning much more fun. Through stories, you'll improve your vocabulary, understand grammar and context, and most importantly, you'll start speaking English like a pro. So, if you're ready to enjoy learning English with me, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join me on this exciting journey. Sophie had always dreamed of visiting Paris, the city of lights, love, and adventure. She was excited to see the Eiffel Tower, explore the streets filled with art, and taste delicious French pastries. But Sophie didn't know that her trip to Paris would turn into a thrilling mystery that would test her courage and her English skills. Sophie arrived at Charles de Gaulle Airport early in the morning. She was a little tired but very excited. As she walked through the airport, she practiced speaking English in her head. "Excuse me, where is the taxi stand?" she whispered softly, preparing to ask someone if she got lost. Sophie found a taxi and showed the driver the address of her hotel. "Please take me here," she said with a smile. The driver nodded, and they began their journey through the beautiful streets of Paris. The city was everything Sophie had imagined. She saw people sitting at cafes, enjoying coffee and croissants. She saw street artists painting pictures of the Eiffel Tower. Sophie couldn't wait to explore. Sophie arrived at her hotel, a charming little place near the Seine River. She checked in, unpacked her bags, and decided to take a walk. But as she stepped out of her room, she saw something strange. A small envelope was lying on the floor near her door. It had her name written on it. Sophie. That's odd, Sophie thought. She picked up the envelope and opened it. Inside was a note written in English. "Meet me at the Eiffel Tower at 3 p.m. It's important. Bring no one." Sophie's heart raced. Who sent this? Why, me, she wondered. She didn't know what to do, but her curiosity was stronger than her fear. Before her meeting, Sophie decided to explore the city. She walked along the Seine, practicing simple English sentences to herself. Where is the Eiffel Tower? How much is this baguette? She stopped at a bakery and bought a croissant. This is delicious, she said aloud, enjoying every bite. She also visited the Louvre Museum, where she saw the famous Mona Lisa. But the mysterious note stayed in her mind. Who would she meet at the Eiffel Tower? At 3 p.m., Sophie arrived at the Eiffel Tower. She looked around nervously, unsure of what to expect. Tourists were everywhere, taking pictures and buying souvenirs. Suddenly, a man in a black coat approached her. He looked serious but not threatening. "Are you Sophie?" he asked in English. "Yes, I am," Sophie replied cautiously. The man handed her another envelope. "Take this. It will explain everything," he said before disappearing into the crowd. Sophie opened the envelope and found a map inside. The map showed a location near Montmartre, a famous hill in Paris. A note said, "Go to this address. Trust no one." Sophie didn't know what to do. Should she follow the map or go back to her hotel? She decided to be brave and see where the map would lead her. This could be dangerous, she thought, but it's also exciting. She took a taxi to Montmartre. As the car moved through the busy streets, she practiced English phrases in her head. "Excuse me, is this the right place? Can you help me find this address?" The taxi stopped near a narrow street. "This is your destination," the driver said. Sophie thanked him and got out. The street was quiet, with small shops and cafes on both sides. Sophie followed the map to an old bookstore. Inside, the air smelled of paper and ink. An elderly woman greeted her. "Hello, how can I help you?" the woman asked. I'm looking for this place," Sophie said, showing her the map. The woman nodded. "Ah, you're here for the book. Wait a moment." She disappeared into the back of the shop and returned with a dusty old book. The title read, Secrets of Paris. Inside the book was a small key taped to one of the pages. "This key will open a locker at Gare du Nord train station," the woman explained. "Good luck." Sophie felt like she was in a movie. She thanked the woman and hurried to Gare du Nord, one of the busiest train stations in Paris. She found the lockers and used the key to open one. Inside was a small box. Sophie opened it carefully and found a necklace with a beautiful blue gem. Suddenly, two men in suits appeared. "Excuse me, miss," one of them said. "That necklace belongs to us." Sophie panicked. "What do you mean? I found it," she said. "You don't understand. It's very valuable," the man said, stepping closer. Sophie realized she had to act fast. She clutched the necklace and ran through the station. She heard the men shouting behind her, but she didn't stop. Sophie spotted a police officer and ran to him. "Help me," she said. "Two men are chasing me." The officer turned to face the men, who quickly disappeared into the crowd. "Are you okay?" the officer asked. "Yes, thank you," Sophie said, catching her breath. The officer escorted her to safety. Sophie explained everything, and the officer said, "This necklace is part of a missing museum collection. You've done something very brave." The next day, Sophie was invited to the Louvre Museum. The museum director thanked her for returning the necklace. "This gem has been missing for years," he said. "You've helped solve a great mystery." Sophie felt proud but also a little tired. "All I wanted was to see Paris," she joked. "I didn't expect an adventure." The director smiled. "Sometimes the best adventures find you when you least expect them." Sophie spent the rest of her trip enjoying Paris, but she always remembered her mysterious adventure. She learned that being brave and speaking English confidently could lead to amazing experiences. I show you practical tips to practice English. Practice asking for help. Use phrases like, "Excuse me, can you help me?" or "Where is this place?" Stay calm in new situations. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. People will understand. Learn from every experience. Just like Sophie, use every opportunity to practice speaking English. What do you think of Sophie's adventure? Let me know in the comments. What would you do if you found a mysterious map? Don't forget to like and subscribe to Enjoy English for more fun stories and lessons. See you next time.